Coming up on the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
We get an exclusive interview with Elon's Director of Athletics, Dave Blank.
And we mic up head softball coach Kathy Bocock.
And I go from T-ball to baseball in this week's How To.
All that and more next on the Elon Phoenix Weekly. Good morning and welcome to the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Alex Stay.
And I'm Matt Lee. Thanks for joining us on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Get ready, Phoenix fans, because today my co-host, Matt Lee, will be taking some hacks in the cage alongside junior outfielder Kyle Jackson. It's really going to be something.
Yeah, well, I had to. I mean, it's springtime, it's baseball and softball season, and today's show highlights those two sports in a unique way. You'll want to check that out. We'll also have the Director of Athletics, Dave Blank, here in the studio with Rajat to talk to us.
The softball season is in full swing, and we were able to get an inside look into their second tournament after miking up head coach Kathy Bocock to see the game from a new point of view.
I want lots of energy today, and you got to help each other because it has been a long weekend. Okay, so you tag each other, do the best you can, fill in energy, positive energy the whole time.
Coach Bocock holds nothing back on or off the field in leading the team. Her methods of mutual respect and constant support pushed the team to do its best during the fourth game of this season's final tournament.
Here you go, ladies. Keep everybody up in here and keep everybody true to that board, okay? Staying true to the board today, ladies. All right. I like it, kid. Here we go. Keep those hips close, drive the ball. Here we go, get on top, line drive, base hit. Here we go now, Hey kid. It's gonna get up! Yes! Woo! That's a great pitch right there. Yo, let's go, come on now. Hey guys, get on base. Let's go. We gotta pick this up right here. Come on.
Get some on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get some.
Guys, they don't take you this time. They don't take you this year. Let's go. Let's get some runs right here.
At the bottom of the 10th inning, Elon is up to bat. The score remains at 0-0 when Kristen Hoover brings home the only and final run of the game. Elon ended their tournament weekend with a shutout of 4-0 overall.
Kid, good job, Kristen. Good job, Cam. Way to do your job, kid. Way to do your job. Nice job, ladies. Hey, that's a way to be. That's a great win, ladies. Good game, guys. Good luck to you guys this season. Great job over there. Good job, ladies. Good luck. Good luck to you guys this year. Hey, ladies, that board in there that you guys wrote on, everybody right here today, that works. I'm telling you, stay on it. You got to believe. You got to trust. We got to trust from all the way to me, all the way down to wherever we are. Okay, Kristen, way to come through, but everybody else, I mean, great pitching. You know, everybody did a great job. Great defense behind her. It took all of us today to win this ball game. But it's also taken all of us this whole weekend to pick each other up to get through 4 ball games. And you did a great job. Okay, let's clean everything up. Hey, feel good right here, guys. Way to be. Good job.
Great job.
Way to be.
One pride on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Elon!
Coach Bocock is a tremendous coach and leader for the softball team, and I have to tell you, a coach I would really enjoy playing for, as I know a lot of the other softball players do.
Junior outfielder Kyle Jackson may be in his first season as a Phoenix, but the transfer from Coastal Carolina is already making a huge impact on the team. He's already had 20 runs and hits and more than 8 home runs. The guy is an animal out there. And the only form of baseball I've ever played is T-ball, so I thought it might be a good time to learn from Kyle Jackson the ins and outs of baseball. Check it out. Hey Phoenix fans, Matt Lee alongside Kyle Jackson. He's going to be teaching me how to become a better hitter today. What's the key to hitting?
Main key to hitting is getting a good pitch to hit and making sure you're on time for it.
On time. Well, I'm always late to things, so maybe this will just be the day I'm on time. So Kyle, the only thing I know about baseball is when I played t-ball back when I was 5, so I'm gonna need your help. How do you set up to hit?
How I set up is I'll get pretty far back in the box depending on how hard the guy's throwing. If he's throwing soft, I might scoot my back foot up a little farther. But if it's a hard throwing righty, I'll step in about this far from the box and pretty close to the plate. Then when I'm getting set up, I have a pretty wide stance just because it helps me the way I hit. So I get pretty wide like this. And right about when the pitcher's picking up his leg, getting ready to pitch, I'll get loaded, get back. When he's getting ready to pitch it, I'll just hit it.
Okay. Is there any specific way to hit it? Like, how should your elbow be? Because I heard there's something about the elbow.
Oh, you want to make sure when you're getting in your stance, when you're getting ready to hit, you want to make sure that when you get loaded, you get to that front foot. When you drive, you want your hands to stay inside the ball, so you're not getting around it. So you're able to stay inside the ball and drive the ball straight. So when you're coming into it, you want to be down and through the ball.
Down and through the ball. Okay. So Kyle, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit 3 balls. Our sound guy is gonna throw some balls to me, and you're gonna be my batting coach and tell me what I'm doing right or wrong.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's do it. I want you, Pat. Jesus, heavier than it looks. I'm gonna set up like Kyle taught me. Kyle, you said back and then spread my feet apart.
Yep, pretty even.
Pretty even. And I'm just gonna hold it like this, right?
Yeah, when he gets ready to throw it, just load and swing.
All right, bring it on, Pat. Yeah! I shouldn't have swung at that, right?
Ball looked a little out.
That was a bad pitch. That wasn't my fault. All right, bring it on, Pat.
Hey, that was good.
Oh, that was good. So, what's the best part of getting a great hit?
Probably the best part of getting a good hit is knowing you got all of it.
Yeah.
You know, you can really tell when you get all of the ball. So something I can, get the bat head out and put over the wall.
Put it over the wall, and you've done that a lot this season.
Yeah.
Um,
Started off pretty good.
Yeah, well, Pat's a terrible pitcher, so I was able to get some good ones. I felt good. I like that feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go back into t-ball. Right now, Kyle's gonna be catching some fly balls. I don't even know where to begin. What should I do?
Make sure before the game, when they're hitting BP, get your reads in so that when the game comes, you don't get fooled. Number one thing to look for is right-hander. It's gonna have natural tail to the right. So if a right-hander's up, it's gonna tail to your left. And if a left-hander's up, it's gonna tail to your right.
Kyle caught all of them. He's great at being an outfielder. Now it's my turn. So what's next?
All right, put the hand in the glove, put 2 in the pinky.
Oh, 2 in the pinky, all right.
There you go.
Okay, this should be interesting.
Back up, back up, back up.
So, do you want to just catch it any certain way, or just let it pop in the glove?
Well, you want to make sure you catch it first, but the main thing is, you can use 1 or 2 hands. So you catch it on the right side, that way you can transition real quick to make a quick throw. Back.
Well, we got to thank Kyle for helping me become a better batter and pitcher. Now I can rejoin the Mets out there in my t-ball game. So Kyle, what about that one catch? I struggled in the beginning, but I caught it.
You got the hang of it. It's kind of like the Sandlot, you're just standing in the outfield and just hoping it went in the glove.
Yeah,
so.
that was all luck. That was Coach hitting it right to me. I couldn't even see where it was. But we got to thank Kyle out here. Good luck in the rest of the season. Well, Kyle Jackson told me his favorite baseball player to ever play the game is Chipper Jones. And I'll tell you, he plays like Chipper Jones the way he hits that ball. And I have a lot to learn from him. Thanks, Kyle.
So Matt, how are you feeling? Would you be able to go out and play again? Do you think you improved a lot?
Well, I think I might just stick to t-ball for now, but I really enjoyed learning baseball. I think it's a sport that I would never be able to play.
Well, I was pretty impressed with your performance. And coming up next, we have an Elon Phoenix Weekly exclusive interview with Elon Athletic Director Dave Blank. Stay right where you are.
Hello and welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Women's basketball coach Charlotte Smith has been named to an assistant coach position with USA's 18 and under women's team. The team will compete at the 2016 FIBA Americas U18 Championship in July in Chile, where the top 4 finishing teams will earn a berth into the 2017 FIBA U19 World Championship. Smith will coach alongside head coach Susie McConnell-Serio from the University of Pittsburgh and assistant coach Kami Etheridge from the University of Northern Colorado. In 5 seasons as head coach of Elon, Smith has earned a stellar 87-68 record. And now let's take a look at the record-breaking football team of 1964.
This week on Elon Sports History, we visit the football team of 1964. The Elon Fighting Christians played their heart out this season, clinching their first full championship game since 1941. The team ended the season with 8 wins and 1 loss, lending them the best record in the conference. This year also saw 23 all-time Elon football records broken and 5 others tied. The team had 6 players go all-conference, each winning multiple outstanding honors. Co-captain Jerry Rowe also went All-American in the NAIA and even won the Conference Sportsmanship Award. That's all for this week's look at Elon Sports History.
'64 was definitely a tremendous year for Elon football and a memorable year when looking back in the history.
He's been Elon's director of athletics for 10 years. His experience and leadership has guided Elon's program and taken it to new heights. Our Rajat Agarwal got to sit down with the man himself, Dave Blank. Check it out.
Thanks, Matt and Alex. I'm now joined by Elon Athletic Director Dave Blank, who was recently named the NACDA Athletic Director of the Year. Coach Blank, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations on that amazing award. What does that award mean to you?
Thanks, Rajat. You don't do anything by yourself. You know, there are so many good people that have even come and gone. I've been at Elon now for 10 years, and I consider all those people invested in any kind of award that I might get. But it's a team game, even at my level. You know, I have a team that includes all the student athletes, all the coaches, and all the administrators. We do things together. So it's a great recognition for me, but I'm not over the moon enough to feel like this is about Elon and the success that we've had here, and my credit goes to everybody on my team.
You mentioned you've been here for 10 years, constantly pushing Elon in the right direction. The last year, transitioning to the CAA, now year 2. What has that transition been like, and are you where you thought you guys would be?
Yeah, it's been an awesome transition. You know, we did it for all the reasons relative to athletics and the university. And relative to positioning for the university, we are very satisfied that we're in the right footprint and we're going to right places. We've put a lot of events around our athletic events that have brought out local alums in those areas, and that's been very successful. And you start with a group of 5 and that builds to a group of 100 pretty quickly, and it's kind of, okay, we're doing the right things here. I think our teams are enjoying the competition, they're enjoying the places that they get to travel. And the recruiting will continue to try to be as competitive as we can. I think that's the piece that everybody is kind of anxious on. But we have won a couple championships. It didn't take 5 or 10 years to win in anything. Track got us off the ground last year, and men's soccer followed up this year. And Nick Siakowski wins an individual championship in men's cross country. There are a lot of good things going on relative to this move to our new conference. And you know, I go back to the meeting that I had with our student athletic advisory committee, basically where they said, we love the footprint, we want to compete at the highest level possible. If that gives us opportunity to play other schools, and particularly in our backyards where we grew up, we're all excited about it. And that's kind of proven to be exactly what's happening with us. So I would say it's going very well right now, and we look forward to being regulars in championships in many sports.
Yeah, and then another new transition is the rebranding of the logo, the Elon Phoenix logo. I imagine that was a long process. What is that process like, and what has the feedback been so far in the little time that you guys have revealed it?
Well, that was a move that was made also in lockstep with the institution, and you know, that's one thing I'm most happy about with that process. We landed on a monogram, the letter E, And you can't say Elon without saying that letter, right? So it seems like a logical thing that we're going to put the E out there, and we're going to do it in maroon and gold, and we're going to get it out there nationally. So we're changing all of our identity, if you will, wherever our identity goes. So if that's nationwide or international, we want it to be right. But we like the fact that we share the monogram with the university. So that's what links the athletic department. And we were excited about that opportunity. We have our own font that we're using now. We didn't get rid of the Phoenix bird. We didn't want to. We like that, and we weren't trying to change our mascot. We were just trying to be in line with the university, and as the university was going through an exercise relative to marketing and positioning and branding, this all came up as an opportunity, and we were excited about it. So far, it's gotten great reviews from everybody, but of course we tested it with lots of different groups, and what we found out was everybody liked the Phoenix bird and everybody liked the idea of a monogram. So we didn't really want to divorce ourselves from some of the things we were already using. In fact, we kind of put them together, and in our primary mark you'll see the Phoenix bird kind of flying out of the word Elon. But I think it gives us a better identity process when it comes to putting us up with, say, a list of 25 schools that put their logos up. You're going to know exactly which one is Elon, and that's what we want. If you're going to be nationally competitive, then you have to be nationally recognizable, and that's really what that exercise was about. And I think it's going to be very positive both for athletics and for the university.
Not only has Dave Blank done a great deal for Elon, but he has also served on the NCAA Division I Leadership Council. I mean, the guy does it all, and we're lucky to have him. We'll hear even more from him later on in the show.
And don't move, we'll be right back with part 2 of the interview after the commercial break. All right.
The Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics.
Dave Blank is a familiar face around campus, and that's because he's been the director of athletics at Elon for the past 10 years. Here's part 2 of the conversation with him and our own Rajat Agarwal.
The Schar Center, I feel like, is the latest big project that you guys are working with. What is the latest update on that?
Over 10 years, we have renovated or built new every facility for every program. We've been busy. We have impacted practice facilities, offices, and competition sites in every sport, in all 17 sports, including with the addition of women's lacrosse when we redid the Corey Fieldhouse to include locker facilities for them. The Alumni Fieldhouse included offices for all of our coaches, especially those that are around that building. We now have a softball complex, a Hunt softball complex. We've done the golf facility, Cecil Worsley golf training facility is off the chart. It's all having a big impact on recruiting, obviously. So it's been very important to get all of our facilities where they need to be. And the Schar Center is an exciting new addition. That's the one thing. Now, relative to Jeannie and Jerry Robertson, who have been very good friends and Board of Trustee, and Jeannie and Jerry's at all of our events, they're very vested in our athletic program on the whole. With their help, we were able to renovate Alumni Gym years ago. Probably about 4 or 5 years now, but it included locker rooms and facilities for both basketballs and for volleyball. Now the Schar Center is going to take that to another level. It's going to take the university to another level relative to all the events that are going to be capable now of coming to our campus. And seating 5,500 approximately. It's going to be a really big venue, but really important to the university. So it's another piece that we're glad to be hand in hand with the university. It's a facility that's really needed for both purposes. So we expect that will help ramp up all of our recruiting capabilities in those 3 sports as well. So we're hoping to get that off the ground. As you know, we're in the middle of the fundraising process right now, and when that gets completed, we'll get moving with building the Schar Center, and we can't wait to get it online. Maybe that's the last piece of the puzzle. I think many people would tell you that's just the end of another cycle that'll soon begin. I don't know if we ever stop improving facilities, but that's what impacts our students and our student athletes the most. So we always keep our eye on facilities and make sure that they have the best we're capable of producing.
And you mentioned the student athletes. I know you're a big believer in the full student athlete experience, and the athletic department and university have worked out a way to send at least one team per year abroad. How unique is that to Elon, and something that you really take pride in, that Elon can send their athletic teams abroad?
It's one of the things I think I'm most proud of. I think that it has a serious and long-term memorable impact on our student athletes. For so many years, the life of a student athlete doesn't allow time to study abroad very much, and it doesn't allow time for them to work jobs and do things that other students that aren't student athletes do. Now they're here because they want to play sports. Many of them are on scholarship, so you can make all the comparisons you want relative to how it works, but it is a high time demand. Well, one of the primary goals of Elon University is to give 100% access to study abroad, and the student athletes weren't getting that. In working with President Lambert and other members of the senior staff, I've been working on this for a long time. This started for me back in probably 2010. We sent our first teams in the summer, I think, of 2011. And so we've been building toward this, and then recently we made the commitment, and we have entered in a plan where every team will go abroad once every 4 years, which is an impact of the NCAA rules. So every student athlete, while they're here, will get to go with their athletic team during their time here at Elon if they're here 4 years. So it's more than one team a year. It's going to be 3 or 4 teams a year that'll be doing this. And we have a commitment to it in our department relative to how to manage it. But the best thing about it is, and this is where I think we're very unique, first of all, I don't think everybody in the NCAA is sending their teams all the time, certainly not in a programmatic fashion like we have created. But the most important and exciting thing to me is we're doing it with the faculty. We're doing it for academic recognition relative to whatever kind of credit it is now or evolves into. We're working, the faculty member goes with the team. The faculty member runs a course. There's a set of courses, or a set of classes rather, that the student athletes participate in before they go abroad. While they're abroad, they do things together with a faculty member, and then when they come back, there's some kind of reflection and there's some kind of grade attached to it. That's a full experience relative to what an Elon student gets to do when they study abroad. That's the part that I probably take the most pride in. We've created something that not only gives everybody opportunity and access, but it also fits into the institution and into the academic curriculum. And I think we might be the only ones doing that. I'm not positive, but we're certainly out there.
Yeah, that's amazing that you can send an athlete. I mean, I feel like they've got to look forward to that as much as the season, going abroad and getting that experience that they might not have had before.
Well, if you've ever traveled abroad with any kind of group while you're at Elon, then you understand what it's like when the day you leave and what it's like the day you return. And there's such a difference in the group. There's a difference in them as individuals, but there's also a difference in them as relationships. And when you're in the business of sports and team stuff and you're building teams, it's so valuable, and the coaches know that. So when they come back, they look forward to what kind of team they have, because those relationships off the courts or the fields are just as important as the ones on, because you learn to know each other and trust each other, and that's how you win championships. So it's all related, but it's also great educational and personal value that I don't know how you could substitute that in any of our students here at Elon. It's a wonderful experience.
Coach Blank, thank you so much for joining us this morning and updating us on the state of Elon Athletics, and congratulations on being named the NACDA Athletic Director of the Year.
Thank you very much.
Matt and Alex, back to you on the desk.
Elon Athletics has enjoyed some success so far in its first 2 years in the CAA and look to bring home more accolades this spring and next year.
Well, after hearing him speak, Dave Blank certainly has a passion for sports, and last time we put together a little video illustrating that very kind of passion for sports, what drives us all to watch the games we love. Well, this time we focus on the athletes themselves and what they bring to sports. Enjoy.
Coach John Wooden once said, "Success is the peace of mind which is a direct result of self-satisfaction. and knowing you did your best to become the best you are capable of becoming. This is the mantra of an athlete. Especially at the collegiate level, these men and women give so very much of themselves to their teams. Why do they do it? Why do they dedicate the hundreds of hours in the gym, in the film room, and on the playing field? Being a Division I college athlete is a virtual full-time job, but these competitors give their all in order to represent themselves and their university. It is pride in their ability, in their institution, and in their teammates that fuels this immense passion for their sport. This dedication is embodied in a tremendous work ethic, one that makes it all worthwhile. Because win, lose, or tie, it is the knowledge that they performed at their very best that propels the college athlete to greatness.
Next week, our series of Why We Love Sports continues with a profile on coaches.
If you missed anything or want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
You can also catch us on Time Warner Cable to watch us on demand.
Head to elonphoenix.com to learn more about upcoming games and exciting successes for Elon Athletics. And don't forget to tune in next time when we return for another exciting edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
On behalf of our producers and crew at the show, we hope you have a great weekend.
For the Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Alex Day.
And I'm Matt Lee. Live the maroon life and go Phoenix!